Hello, everyone. So today I'm going to be teaching you how you can create your own themed coloring book. If you remember, we talked about how you can make so much money from your own themed coloring book. And just in case you forgot, I'm going to remind you so you know how serious the money that you have, how much money you've been putting on the table. So I'm taking you all to Amazon and I'm going to pull up one of the best selling Amazon coloring book that is themed. Remember, for every digital product, you want to solve a pressing problem. We all know that the stress relief industry is a big industry. Why? Because everybody is stressed. Every human being experiences stress. So let's take, for example, look at the stress relief coloring book right here. Very simple, very easy. And I'm about to show you step by step how she did it. Okay. So now he or she, you can see this person has like 5,000, over 5,185 reviews. And you know, for every product, not even half people give you a review. So even if we pretend that half of them gave her a review and all the paperback coloring books were sold for $10, she has already made over $100,000 from one coloring book. And let's check out the author, because this person right here, that is a faceless brand, has multiple coloring books that they make money from. So now let's go back to Canva. Canva will be your best friend when you start creating your digital products. I'm not sure if you have, I think you have Magic Media too. When you do the free version, I always encourage you all to start with the free version and you can work your way up to the paid. I'm using the paid version right now, but that doesn't mean you cannot use the free version. So if you want to create a coloring book like this and publish on Amazon, this is what we want to do today. So where are we going to start? I always tell you all, we're going to start with artificial intelligence. We are going to go to Chat GPT. So when we get to Chat GPT, we're going to say, hey, Chat, I want, let me say it. I'm going to use this microphone to say, hey, Chat, I want to create a stress relief coloring book for Muslim women, hijabi women. I want it to be aesthetically pleasing. I want it to look very simple, big pictures to color, but it's going to be stress relief for hijabis. So what size should I make my coloring book that will be fit for Amazon so I can publish and print it on Amazon? Guide me step by step through this process while I create my patterns, the patterns of my paper on Canva. Give me a step-by-step guide that can help me through Canva. It is this simple, you all. Anything you need direction and instruction for, Canva, ChatGPT can teach you. Okay. You all see there? This is the guide that we're going to follow. And this is the guide that you are going to follow. Okay. Step by step, easy to follow guide. We're going to make it 50 pages. Design about 25 unique pages because for every other page, there's going to be nothing in it, right? Okay. So it gave us a full guide, even gave us how we are going to upload it on Amazon. Okay. Okay. So we're going to start from the beginning while it continues to start. So what's the continues to type? What's the first thing we need to do? We need to create a 8.5 by 11 inches US letter size, easy to print, feels like coloring book, compatible with most printers and KDP requirements. So we are going to copy this right here, and we are going to go to Canva. We are going to open our canva.com we're going to go to the home page, and then for the projects, we are going to select custom size. You see how I find that? Let me do it again. So you're going to have different kind of options on top. If you scroll past, you're going to just pick custom size, and then we're going to paste what we copied if it allows us. If it doesn't, we're going to go, it's 8.1 by 11 inches. So we're going to go 8.5, I think. Did I say 0.1? 8.5 by 11 inches. And not pixel, we're going to put inches, IN, right? 8.5, 8.5 by 11. Okay? So we're going to say create new design. So this could be the size of your coloring book. There are different various sizes that you can pick for your coloring book. I prefer the bigger sizes so you can get the wider coloring books, because you want to make, I'm getting my tape measure so I can measure the coloring book that's right here in front of me. So if we want to make the wider coloring books, because this is kind of like a paper size and we want to make it like the wide ones, I'm going to go back to chat and say, I want the wider coloring book on KDP dimension. Okay. Okay, so it did give me, so it is the widest one. Okay. Okay, so we are right on point. It just looks like this on and we can also flip the side resizing. So if I do, instead of doing I'm gonna do 11 here and 8.5 here. Copy and resize. So I want it to be like on the width to be longer and bigger. Aha, this is what we want. Okay, this is what we want. So we're going to go back to our guide. Remember, ChatGPT makes everything for you easy to understand. So we're going to go back to our guide and we're going to follow it step by step. So it feels like a coloring book, compatible, and all that good stuff. Setting up your Canva, you're going to set up your Canva. We did that already. Create a design, custom size. We did this already, right? And then we're going to set up margins. Very important for KDP, okay? So when you go to Canva, you're going to show rulers. Go to file. So let's do it. You're going to go to file. This is the ruler, and you're going to bring the ruler, right? Let me do it again. File. Let's I'm going to pretend I don't know it. So we're following so you're going to go to file, then you're going to pick show ruler, pull the guide from the top and left ruler. Okay. And we're going to have 0.25 inches on each side. So now, I think because it's already showing my ruler. Yes, it's already showing ruler. So I'm just going to take my ruler. Remember, it's 0.5. Let's check again to make sure. 0.25. Okay, it was sounding big. So 0.25. You might not get the accurate 0.25, but you want to be as close as possible. Okay. So now you have the 0.25. So what are you going to do? What I like to do is you're going to take this square right here and you're going to make it to fit in this 0.25. So that could be your guide. Okay. So I made it a little smaller. So I made it a little, oops, I didn't mean to move that one. Okay. So I wanted to move this one. So I'm gonna move it and then I'm gonna make it a little bigger so it's touching. Okay. So a little bit more. I want it to be the same size. So this is gonna be my guide. Okay, so this is my guide. So this is my guide. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna copy this 3 times because I have to do it on all the edges. So now I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna flip it, I'm gonna put it there. So this is serving for the edge, right? The red lines that you're seeing is just helping you guide you through so you make sure that your stuff is straight. Canva is very, and we can take this ruler away now because we already have like that guide. And I'm gonna take this one right here. I'm gonna turn it around because we don't want it to bleed out. That's why we're trying to create that guide. So we don't have any designs that are bleeding out of there. Okay. Oh, I changed the size. So I'm just gonna copy, bring it over. Okay. So now we are ready to roll. So what are we going to do right now? We are going to make lines. We're going to get a line. Let's see what chat said we should do next. Okay. So pull the guides to the top of the ruler, safety margin, keep important elements within. So everything you create cannot be outside of these lines, right? So now we could take a ruler. Where is our design? Okay, let me take this one out so it's not confusing us. So now we could take, you see it? That's how it is. So now we could take a line. I took the line from the elements over here and I picked that line and I'm going to use that line to guide me. So I picked up that, don't worry about it. We're going to make another one. And I'm going to put it right here. So this is our margin. So now that we have this, we have a guide. Let me copy. Remember, we had to have that box on every edge so that I'm going to delete this so that we are not bleeding over. This is the only time we'll spend this much time on one page because this is our template. Okay, so now we're going to take this and we're going to copy it and we're going to move it here. We're going to take this again, copy it, and we're going to rotate it. And we are going to move it right here. Okay, we're going to do the same. Copy, move. So now we have our margins, right? I could take these ones right now. No, not the black. Going to change them to white. Change all. So now we can't see it anymore. I'm going to make sure I take my ruler out and make sure I'm still at that margin. It can be a little over, but it shouldn't be under. Okay, so now we have our margin, and we can take these lines off if we want later, but it's just going to guide us through the process so we are not going over. So now we have our template that we can copy and paste. Okay, so if we want to copy, I just make this smaller, and then I go to the three dots and I copy, or I duplicate. Duplicate. We only need 25. Duplicate. Remember, we're going to do 25 color pages. Duplicate. And I'm going to keep on duplicating until I get my 25 pages. We're almost there. We're at 19. Remember, your color book, you want to make it minimum of 50. Okay? Minimum of 50. We need 4 more. Okay? So now we need 1 more and duplicate. And now for every coloring page, there's going to be 1 flip, no coloring pages. You're just going to hit the plus in the middle of everything. Plus in the middle of everything. That's what you're going to do. It's just going to give you a plain sheet of paper that you need. Okay. So for every paper with a line, there should be a paper with nothing. For every paper with a line, there should be a paper with nothing. You all got it? So 1 with the line, 1 with nothing. 1 with the line, 1 with nothing. Right here in the middle, right there in the middle, right here in the middle. Skip right here in the middle, middle. This is what we're going to continue to do. It's very repetitive. And you're going to do that until you get to 100 pages, okay? Because 50 to 50 pages, my bad. Because 25 is going to be the coloring and 25 is going to be the blank. That's why I told you it's very easy to create. Just have to follow the procedure. We have more down here. Okay. So you just need 50, okay? So let's delete, 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 delete. So you just need 50 pages, okay? So I'm going to minimize it again. And now we are going to go back to our very first page that we created as a template. Don't forget to title your document. So I'm gonna say Hijabi coloring book. Now we are going to go back to ChatGPT. So when we finish that, it's gonna say design the inside pages for 50 pages coloring book, 25 unique pages, and duplicate for every variety. Exactly what we did. Here's what to include: pattern pages, bold floral patterns, hijabi art. You can find these vector patterns in Canva. So we're going to search up Islamic pattern arts. Let's see what we can get. We're going to copy. We're going to come to chat. We're going to go to elements, and we are going to type in Islamic pattern arts, right? And we have different kind of Islamic pattern arts. But even better, we can go to the AI in Magic Media and say, create coloring pages with a flower theme for a coloring book that is 11 by 8.5 inches. So let's see what's going to create. ChatGPT can do this as well. ChatGPT can do this as well. Okay, you see that? And if you don't like it, you can say generate again. So look at this right here. I could also say for pin hijabi with hijabi girl theme, big, bold, and simple. Let's do it again. You can do literally whatever you want, okay? And you can also use, so you see this? You can do generate again to keep generating until you like it. Like I said, this is just an example. You could continue to say generate again. And you could say black and white pages only. Coloring outline. Or you can go to ChatGPT to help you create a prompt. I could say create a prompt for my coloring book outline for Canva AI. I want halal friendly, big, bold, accessory outlines for a Muslim girl that loves Pinterest and dresses with faces that don't have eyes. Just an example. You can put whatever you want. You see this? So let's do this one, the first one, and see what we're going to get. When I tell you life is easy, this is what I mean. You don't have to figure nothing out. You just have to know the right resources. Okay, so this is not doing so well for us. Let's see this. You can't get, if you get frustrated, just come back some other day. If you get frustrated, you just go ahead and come back later. Okay. So this is one here, and I love this. And I could say with and I could also take the eyes out if that's what I want to do. So when it generate this and I got it, right? Then I'm going to say handbag outline for adult color coloring page. Okay. So I'm going to say generate. We're going to do 2 pages for this illustration. We don't need to do much. Okay, so this is a beautiful, these are beautiful. And if I need to, no, I'm doing it on the, I'm going to do it on the next page. And I could tell it to keep generating if I'm not satisfied. I could say, keep it minimal, simple, and easy to color. See right here? I can make this bigger. Take this off. Choose another one. think my Wi-Fi is bad. Okay. So let's go back to our Magic Create. Outline handbag for coloring book. There are two ways to this. We're doing the first one, and we're going to do the second one in a minute. We're going to use that to create one more page, and that will be it. We don't need to like be on it. So this, here you go. This is another one right here. Pretty and cute. Big remover. We're going to take out the background with a big remover. And voila. Make sure you are not going, you're not touching the lines so that you're staying right in between. You could pick to do like motivational words in between. That will be your choice, right? But for every other page, you are putting in a picture. I'm gonna fix it. I think I skipped some, but I could also go to elements and I could say perfume bottle outline. J. So if I say perfume bottle outline, I'll just put the perfume bottle right here. Right? I could even reduce the color of the lines if I want depending on the color that I want it to reduce its stroke, I could reduce or increase the stroke. Right? Increase. I could go here and I could change the color to make it a little lighter. I could go here. I could take out the corners or increase it. I could do so much with this right here, right? That could be your coloring page. So what next did ChatGPT say we should do? So if we go to our guide, remember, you're always going to go back to your guide. When you finish, it's probably going to take you a few hours or 2 to 3 days to finish. That's fine. Don't do it when you're frustrated. Then it says, export your coloring book pages, download as a PDF. Click share download and PDF print, flatten PDF and crop marks and bleeds if any elements go to the edge. Okay? So now we're going to do that. We're going to pretend this is a full-blown coloring book. We're going to make sure that every other page has a coloring book, has a coloring page, right? And then what are we going to do? We're going to hit the share right here. We're going to select the download. We're going to pick PDF print. We are going to flatten. You're going to select the flatten, right? Crop mark bleed, right? Crop mark bleeds, and then you're going to hit the download. And then you're going to hit the download, okay? You're going to hit the download, and it's going to go on your computer. You are ready. Coloring books are very easy to make. ChatGPT can also make me one page example. Might take it a while, but it also makes it. Okay? So after that, we are going to go to what is the next stage? Then you're going to go to use the KDP cover calculator, right? It already gave you the link to the KDP cover calculator. You're going to open the link. You're going to create. If you don't have an account already, you're going to create an account. It's Amazon KDP, Kindle Create. Okay. You're going to select bleed type. You're going to say paperback. Interior type, you're going to say standard color. Paper type, white. Reading direction, left to right, just like everybody else. Measurement units in inches. Interior design, you are going to select your interior design, which is the 8.9 by 7 inches. Page count, you're going to say 50. And then you're going to say calculate dimension. And now what you're going to do, you are going to download. You're going to download this template. When you hit the download, it's going to come over on your computer. Now you're going to go back to ChatGPT. My bad. And then you're going to go, smooth this. I want to move it. And then you're going to go back to ChatGPT. We got all this right. And if you did 52 page, do 52 page just so you're not on the edge. Then it will give you a precise template bleed. So if I was to do 52 pages, then my precise bleed will be different. Then what are you going to do next? You are going to bring that template. It's still making you're going to bring that template onto Canva. Okay. You are going to hit create. You're going to hit custom size, and you are going to pick whatever. It was an 8.5 by 11. So that's what you're going to create. You are going to bring this. You're going to select it into your Canva. Now you have a template. Let me show you all again. So if you do upload files, you're going to upload. You're going to pick the paperback and you're going to say open. Oh, then you are going to, what does it say? It says, let's see what it says. So it says so it calculates all your spine, every single space that should be in front. This is the back. So you're going to design the back first before you design the front, right? So your measurement is 8.5 by 11. Okay. So we are going to go here and we're going to put 8.5 by 11. We're going to upload. No, my bad, y'all. We're going to go to design right here. Search templates and say coloring book kits, coloring book. Let's take that back. So if we resize, just like I remember what we did now. So copy and resize. Let's see if that's what it is. Open in full. Yep. So this is what we need. Okay. So now remember, we're going to go to the upload, and we are going to make this the same size. Now, this is our guide. We are going to make sure this is 8.5 by 11. Depending on what your coloring book says, it's not going to be the same. We're going to check to see, is it 8.5 by 11? So this is 8.5 by 11. Let me bring up another one. 8.5 by 11. We're going to hit setters back, but that won't work. Open it up and follow. We are going to open it up and follow the description. So what does it say? So if we bring a line right here, this should be the middle, right? So now this is the back and this is the front. So if the paperback, it says the pages and everything. So if we want to create, we can go ahead and open up another page and create our cover, or we can ask ChatGPT to create a cute cover for us. So let's say this was going to be the cover of our book. I could download this, go back to what we were creating, upload files, upload, and then bring it right here. So you see this? We can do this two ways. We can do this by using it here, or we can just duplicate page. Okay, so now we have room for mistake. So on this page, we are going to delete this lady so we can see what we're doing. So if this is the front page, and just an example, this should be a colorful page. Remember, the back goes in the front, the back goes in the front, and the front goes in the back. So because this should be a coloring page, let's pick another design. Let's just pick a picture. We're just doing an example. So let's say this is what you wanted to be your cover, your front cover. Just an example, you're nothing serious. And then you are going to write, you are going to take your writing text, pick a font and say hijabi coloring book. Remember, wherever you get stuck, you can always ask ChatGPT to help you out. Okay. I can make this pink. You can change the color. I can make it pink if I want to. I could give it an outline so it can show. You see this? Hijabi coloring. And I could say, I could copy this and say stress relief. Hijabi coloring book. I could make it smaller. I could decide to use another font for it. Take it to pink. And then I could change the font. I could decide to use another font, okay? Right? And then if I want to, I could put the name of the creator there. Okay. And then on this page, I'm going to leave a barcode because Amazon is going to give me a barcode. They're going to give it to you for free. So you're going to leave that barcode somewhere right here. So whatever you want to design, remember this is the back. So let's say you wanted to put some words on the back of your book. I'm going to change this color so we can see what we're doing. Everything that is in your Amazon KDP, the measurement of your what's it called? The measurement of your bone right here that you're going to write a name on, everything, you are going to follow it to the T. You are going to follow it to the T. Okay? You're going to follow it to the T. So your spine is the spine area. This is you. You're going to pick everything according to here. This is your safety area. This is your bleed area, and everything follow it in inches so you're not overwhelming yourself, right? Your spine margin is 0.62. So if you create if you go to Canva, if I want to create my spine margin, right? That is going to be right here. I'm just going to take my ruler. I'm going to take, remember, take this, copy this, just like we did when we were creating the template. I'm going to make this my spine. I'm going to make it another color so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to turn it around. Move it. Turn it. That's my ruler. Turn it. Move it. Make it smaller. What was our spine size? Let's check again. Spine area margin is 0.062. 0.062. So 0.062. 'You're going to create you're going to make sure it's an alignment with whatever template that you're using. Remember, the bigger your book, the bigger everything is going to be. And then you're also going to put your spine text in here. It has to be smaller. So put this here, and you can also put your name on there, right? You can also put your name. You are going to follow all the details of whatever your template says, right? And then you can take another box. This is the back of your page. Oops. Don't forget you're going to leave a space for your, so when you are designing the back of your page, remember there's going to be a barcode there. I'm going to change this color so we can see the difference. I just want to change this color. Okay. So we can see the barcode and we can see the whatever we need to see. Okay. So now let's take this ruler So if you want to put text on here, let's say you want to write about yourself, a little bit about the author or about the book. As a hijabi, I understand the stress that comes with dressing differently. So enjoy your stress relief with my carefully created coloring book made for you, right? You don't have to write it there. It doesn't have to be there. You just have to follow the guide. Okay? You just have to follow the guide. And this is the guide again. That's why we copied it. So you can see all your dimensions. Okay? So we put this there. Put this here. Don't forget, there's going to be a barcode right here. Somewhere down here. It's going to be small. Just remember, we're putting this just so you can remember. Nothing else. Somewhere right here. So whatever design you want to design, make sure you're leaving that space. So we wrote something. This is the back. This is the front. And then we'll go back to chat. And ChatGPT can create all your pages, by the way, one after the other. And then we will go back to chat. Right? We will make sure we're still following through. And then we are going to download. We still have it right here, right? Then we're going to download it as a PDF again, just like we did for we're going to share. You're going to select download, and you're going to do PDF print. And then you're going to download it. And then you're going to open up your Amazon KDP, right? You're going to go to bookshelf. After creating your account, you are going to create. You're going to hit the create. You're going to create paperback or hardcover. You're going to say paperback. Okay. So it's going to ask you for every information, your book title, your subtitle. You're going to go follow the steps. Give your book a description. Let ChatGPT help you with that. Make sure it's hammering on the pain point. Remember, a magnetic marketing. If you own the copy of your course, you do. No sexually explicit stuff in there. You want to put it on Amazon.com, regardless of the country that you are, if you have it. And then you want to choose the categories, right? It is art, right? Because it could also be education and teaching. It allows you to pick a couple. You put your keywords. Let ChatGPT form those keywords for you. You can drop it here, and then you are going to save and continue. The next page is going to ask you. Let me go to my bookshelf because I don't want to continue without saving. I don't want to create anything. So the next page is going to ask you to upload, right? It's going to ask you for the dimensions. It's going to say upload manuscript. That's where you're going to upload that the coloring papers that you created, those 52 or those 50 pages. You're going to upload it here. When it says upload cover, you're going to select upload a cover you already have, right? And then you're going to click upload right here. And then you're going to follow, and then you're going to launch previewer. You're going to save, and then you're going to expect for Amazon to get back to you. Okay. Don't forget the pricing system that we used in the Boss Up Your Skills course. And then it's going to price it for you. Look at the prices in the market. Think about all the time that you spent on it. And don't forget that is an asset. So you can forever make money from it. And there you go. We just both created a coloring book from scratch. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me in the community. I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your day.